Join us as we spotlight 3 underrated world cuisines that deserve a seat at the global table: Peru, Georgia, and the Philippines. We'll trace Peru's culinary crown jewel, its ancient superfoods, and how a fusion revolution is reshaping modern Peruvian dining. We'll uncover Georgia's hidden culinary empire, from khachapuri to time-honored techniques, and how the dish has conquered American palates. Finally, we explore the Filipino culinary awakening, the impact of James Beard recognition and UNESCO designations, and what these shifts mean for the future of global cuisine. 1. Peru's culinary crown jewel status. Ceviche, lomo saltado, and ají amarillo peppers. These aren't just ingredients on a plate, they're becoming the backbone of global culinary excellence. Peru was named Best Culinary Destination in Latin America at the 2024 World Culinary Awards, with Lima honored as the best gastronomic destination in the region. This recognition didn't happen overnight. In 2004, the Peruvian government launched the Gastronomy Project to promote the country's culinary traditions, and the results have been nothing short of spectacular. What makes this achievement even more impressive is how recently Peruvian cuisine has exploded onto the global scene. Peru shone at Latin America's 50 Best Restaurants 2024, with Mado and Kyol earning spots among the top 5 in the region, while Mado climbed to 5th place globally. These aren't just restaurants serving traditional dishes, they represent a culinary revolution that's redefining what world-class dining looks like. 2. The ancient superfoods driving modern Peruvian innovation. Behind Peru's culinary success lies a treasure trove of ingredients that most of the world is just discovering. Andean ingredients like tubers and quinoa have received international endorsements from celebrities like Oprah Winfrey and NASA as a new type of superfood. This isn't just marketing hype, these ingredients have nutritional profiles that put many modern superfoods to shame. The 4 traditional staples of Peruvian cuisine are corn, potatoes and other tubers, amaranthacea, quinoa, cañua and kiwicha, and legumes, with quinoa being an excellent source of essential amino acids. However, success comes with unexpected challenges. The commercialization of Andean ingredients has decreased crop biodiversity on indigenous lands, and heightened global demand has caused prices to increase so that these ingredients are becoming less accessible to native Peruvians. It's a bitter irony that Peru's culinary recognition is making traditional foods more expensive for the very people who cultivated them for centuries. 3. Fusion revolution transforming Peruvian dining. Nikkei cuisine is a blend of Japanese and Peruvian cooking, with chefs making unique dishes that celebrate the dialogue between cultures through food. This fusion approach isn't just trendy experimentation, it's creating entirely new categories of cuisine. Peruvian cuisine is leading the way in global food innovation, combining traditional recipes with new flavors for amazing dining experiences, with 2025 trends showing a mix of global cooking methods and local ingredients. The innovation extends beyond high-end restaurants. Peru's food scene is changing fast with new plant-based dishes, with Peruvian chefs making old recipes by using green ingredients and superfoods. This shift represents something larger than dietary trends. It's about making Peru's incredible biodiversity accessible to changing global tastes while maintaining cultural authenticity. 4. Georgia's hidden culinary empire. While Peru dominates headlines, Georgian cuisine quietly builds and devoted following that rivals any established food culture. Georgian cuisine is a hidden gem that has recently begun to shine brightly on the culinary scene in America, with its unique flavors and rich traditions offering an exciting taste adventure for food lovers everywhere. What makes Georgian food so compelling isn't just its distinctive flavors, it's the centuries of cultural crossroads that created something entirely unique. Georgian food culture has roots that stretch back thousands of years, absorbing a myriad of culinary influences, with ancient trade routes facilitating exchange not only in goods but also in flavors. This historical depth translates into incredibly complex flavor profiles that feel both familiar and completely foreign. The most famous Aymerician dishes include Aymerili khachapuri, pikehali, lobio, mashed red beans with spices, and badrajani nijivizit, fried eggplant with walnut sauce. 5. Khachapuri's American conquest. One dish perfectly illustrates Georgian cuisine's growing appeal: khachapuri. Khachapuri is a traditional Georgian dish of cheese, eggs and other ingredients, with a Jarian khachapuri formed into an open boat shape and topped with a raw egg yolk and a pat of butter before serving. This isn't just comfort food, it's edible theater that creates Instagram moments while delivering incredible satisfaction. Fusion cuisine is taking Georgian food to new heights in America, with chefs experimenting with traditional recipes, blending them with diverse culinary influences, creating khachapuri topped with buffalo chicken or a spicy sriracha twist on classic ajika. These adaptations might horrify purists, but they're introducing Georgian flavors to adventurous diners who might never have encountered them otherwise. With the increasing number of authentic Georgian restaurants popping up across the country, chefs are experimenting with these traditional dishes while incorporating local ingredients, leading to exciting fusion foods that further broaden the appeal. 6. The Filipino culinary awakening. Filipino cuisine stands at a fascinating crossroads, beloved by those who know it, yet still fighting for widespread recognition. Filipino talent emerges at the forefront of the James Beard Awards, with chefs and creators from the community garnering nominations and acclaim, boldly waving the flag and propelling Filipino cuisine into the culinary mainstream. This represents a seismic shift from just a decade ago when Filipino food struggled to find its place in the global conversation. Sinigang was voted the #1 soup globally by Taste Atlas, while Filipino talents have received accolades for proudly showcasing their cuisine in international communities through pop-ups, tasting menus, and restaurants. These aren't token acknowledgments, they represent genuine recognition of Filipino cuisine's complexity and appeal. Cagallanan achieved recognition as the best Filipino restaurant in South Carolina by Food and Wine magazine, coupled with the prestigious title of Chopped Champion. 7. James Beard recognition transforms Filipino perception. The James Beard Awards represent the highest honor in American culinary culture, making Filipino representation particularly significant. 4 Filipino-American chefs were named finalists for the Restaurant and Chef Awards, with Nico Cagallanan up for the Emerging Chef Award, Lord Maynard Lara and Tara Monsod as finalists for Best Chef. California. Chris Mauricio up for Best Chef. New York State, and Kalia in Orlando up for the Best New Restaurant Award. The James Beard Awards recognize exceptional and talented leaders in the culinary and food media industries, celebrating excellence across a range of experiences, from fine dining establishments to casual gems, and emerging talents to established luminaries. Filipino chefs earning this recognition represents a cultural breakthrough that extends far beyond individual achievements. It signals mainstream acceptance of Filipino cuisine as sophisticated and worthy of serious culinary consideration. 8. UNESCO recognition elevates Filipino food cities. Iloilo City was declared a UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy in 2023, which was a milestone to advance Philippine traditional food cultures globally, with Iloilo's declaration appreciating its vibrant food culture owing much to its rich culture and history. UNESCO recognition carries weight that goes beyond tourism marketing. It acknowledges culinary traditions as legitimate cultural heritage worth preserving and celebrating. Angeles City in Pampanga won the highly sought-after crown of Asia's Best Emerging Culinary City Destination 2024 from the World Culinary Awards, placing the region on the Global Gastronomic Atlas yet again. These awards create ripple effects that transform how the world perceives Filipino food culture. The Philippines is on track to become a global gastronomic hub, with these awards not only increasing the global reputation of these cities, but categorizing the country as a gastronomy powerhouse from Southeast Asia. 9. The complex flavors that define these underrated cuisines. What unites these 3 cuisines isn't just their underrated status, it's their incredible complexity built from seemingly simple ingredients. Peruvian cuisine demonstrates this through its use of native peppers. Peruvian cuisine is often made spicy with ají pepper, a basic ingredient, though Peruvian chili peppers are not spicy but serve to give taste and color to dishes. This nuanced approach to heat and flavor creates dishes that surprise and delight rather than simply burning tongues. Georgian cuisine achieves similar complexity through fermentation and preservation techniques that create intense umami flavors. Filipino cuisine, meanwhile, balances sweet, sour, and savory in ways that Western palates are only beginning to appreciate. Filipino food has been commemorated on the global stage through shows like Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations and Parts Unknown, and Netflix's Street Food, Asia. These platforms helped introduce complex Filipino flavor profiles to international audiences who previously had little exposure to the cuisine. 10. Modern techniques revitalizing traditional methods. Chefs use sous vide and molecular gastronomy to show off local ingredients, creating dishes that honor both global and local cooking traditions. This isn't about replacing traditional techniques with modern ones, it's about using contemporary tools to highlight ingredients and flavors that have been perfected over centuries. The best practitioners of these underrated cuisines understand that innovation should enhance rather than overshadow traditional flavors. Filipino chefs particularly excel at this balance. The event featured chefs championing Filipino food abroad and the local chefs who are modernizing their cuisine, engaging them in thought-provoking debates. These conversations about modernization versus tradition aren't abstract, they're happening in kitchens where chefs make daily decisions about how to present their cultural heritage to global audiences while maintaining authenticity. 11. Economic impact beyond individual restaurants. Peru's culinary recognition has had a positive impact on tourism and the country's economy. This economic effect extends far beyond individual restaurants winning awards, it transforms entire regions into culinary destinations. The forum highlighted gastronomy tourism as a means to sustainable community development, revealing how food tourism can generate economic opportunities while ensuring the preservation of local food cultures. The ripple effects are substantial. Government efforts to further gastronomy tourism are resulting in sustained economic growth, national pride, and ensuring that Filipino food culture takes center stage on the global scene, with gastronomy tourism becoming one major pillar of tourism strategy for a nation that boasts so much food culture, differences in regional taste, and sustainability. These cuisines aren't just feeding people, they're driving economic development and cultural preservation in ways that traditional industries cannot match. 12. The future of global culinary recognition. In 2024, top cuisines like Italian, Japanese, Greek, Portuguese, Chinese, Indonesian, Mexican, French, Spanish, and Peruvian lead the global food scene, according to Taste Atlas listings. Notice what's missing from this list: Georgian and Filipino cuisines haven't yet achieved the same widespread recognition despite their incredible complexity and growing influence. This gap represents opportunity rather than failure. As the food scene continues to evolve, Georgian cuisine is carving out a niche for itself among other beloved cuisines worldwide, with each new restaurant opening a recipe shared online inching closer to making these age-old traditions part of everyday dining experiences, with the future looking bright for those who appreciate the vibrant flavors as it takes root deeper into American culture.